welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Anne and this is All the Budgeting. I am on a journey to repair and recover from filing for Chapter 13 bankruptcy in November of 2021, and I am utilizing a cash envelope budgeting system to help me do that. And so what I do on this channel is I film paycheck budget, cash stuffings, side hustle cash stuffings, cash condensing videos when they are needed, and then I always close out my budget every month looking at what did I plan, what actually happened. I calculate my net worth, and then quarterly I do kind of a debt payoff update, I guess is the best word. So if that is something that interests you, I do hope that you subscribe to this channel. And if you are subscribed, do hope that you like and comment on these videos. I am getting closer and closer to 500 subscribers, and I will be doing a 500 subscriber giveaway. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed. I really do appreciate it. I really enjoy interacting with you in the comments, so please continue to do that. Okay, so for today's video, we are wrapping up my June budget, and it is the end of the second quarter, so I am going to be doing a debt payoff update as part of today's video. So let's get started with taking a look at June's budget, and I've already pre-filled in numbers here just to make things easier. So I planned for income. I planned for $7,856. I ended up with $8,065, so a little bit more than planned. For my fixed bills and expenses, I planned for $5,856. Ended with $5,975, so a little bit more, about 120 more than planned, so not too bad. And then going on to the second page, my kind of spending and fixed funds. I planned for $940. I ended up putting in $1,432, so more than I planned, which is always good. And then for my variable sinking funds, I had planned to contribute $560, and I was able to actually put in $1,500. A lot of that was due to the money that I came back from vacation with. I did not spend all of the money. I had allocated about $1,500 to take with me on vacation, and I did not spend all of that. So I was able to put a chunk of that money into various sinking funds, which was great to bulk some of those up. So all in all, happy with how June went. So yeah, I'm happy with that. All right, and so I always like to take a look now at what did I start the month with in each of my envelopes and what did I end the month with. And so again, I did kind of pre-populate some of these sheets just so that this video wasn't an hour long, but we'll calculate the differences together. I have my calculator here in case I need it because sometimes math on the fly is not my strong point, especially, on a Saturday morning. It's not very early in the morning. It's about 11:30, but it's also a holiday weekend, and so I am in full-on relaxation mode. Okay, so my emergency fund. I started the month of June with $1,550. I ended with $1,250. I did talk about why I had to dip into that last month. So I am ending the month $300 less than what I started with. Extra debt, I started the month with $435 and I ended with nothing because I did pay off my phone. So that's a good thing that that this envelope is empty because it means it went to pay off a debt. So I'm ending though with $435 less than what I started with. My health envelope started with $345, ended with $395, so that was an increase of $50. My home maintenance, I started the month with 40 and it is currently empty. After I filmed my cash condensing video, I had a little bit of a plumbing mishap and had to get a plumber in here. Fortunately, it was just under $100. So, and I forget how much I had. I didn't have quite $100, so I did also have to dip into another envelope. But I had the money to pay for it, which is, again, this is what this budgeting system is really doing for me. Pre this budgeting system, I just would have figured out what credit card had some room and I would have added to it, and I would have, gone into debt to pay off a home maintenance expense, which whenever you own a home, you're going to have maintenance costs, right? So the fact that I had the money between my home maintenance and I think I dipped into my miscellaneous envelope, I had the money to pay it. And so there's just such peace of mind there. So anyway, I just, again, if you're watching this and you're kind of on the fence of, is this budgeting system going to work for me? I just say, give it a shot because I am so happy that I found this budgeting system. But anyway, so I am ending the month down $40 in my home maintenance. Okay, home improvement. Started the month with $90, ended with $120. So I ended up $30 for that. And in case you're wondering kind of the difference between these, home maintenance are those things like this plumbing issue that came up, or, if I have planned maintenance, I take out of that envelope. Home improvement, those are the things that I plan for, right? So right now I am saving to get a new TV stand for my living room, which will finish up my living room that I kind of started working on redecorating last fall. That's the last piece that I need. The one I want matches my coffee table and end table. It is, $400-ish on Amazon. So I'm saving up to get it. So those are those planned expenses. Just in case you're wondering kind of the difference for me of those two envelopes. Okay, car maintenance started with $260, ending with $300. So that went up $40. Pet care started with $70, ending with $500. This is one of the things that I bulked up with that extra from vacation because my cat does need a dental cleaning that will be in the next couple of weeks. So I wanted to make sure that I had the money to pay that off. And so I am ending up $430 there. Electronics started with $50, ending with $80, so up $30. Extra week started with $245, ending with $615. So I'm fully funded for this year and also starting on next year. So that is up $370. Subscriptions I started with $345. I'm ending with $415. So I'm up $70. Vacation started with $1,500, ended with $30 because I took my vacation. So this is down $1,470. Christmas, I started with $85, ending with $110. So I'm up $25. Holiday dinner started with $85, ended with $100, so I'm up $15. Gifts started with $40, ending with $55, up $15. Entertainment started with $65, ending with $80, so up $15. Clothes started with $100, ended with $15, so I'm down $85. Beauty started with $10, ending with $25, up $15. Miscellaneous, yep, so I did have to dip into that envelope as well for that plumbing cost. So I started with $50, ending with $0, so I am negative $50 there. New car started with 100, ended with 115, so up 15. Same with my new house fund and planner stuff. Taxes started with $4.99, ending with $5.91, so that is up 92. And then my business subscriptions, I started with 73, ending with 143, so that is up 70. Okay, so my starting balances in June, it was about $6,222. So let's total these up and see where we are right now. Okay, so I'm ending with a total of $5,154. And so if I take 6,222 minus 5,154, that is a decrease of my envelopes of about $1,068. I do hate to see my envelope balance go down, but that is what it's there for, is to pay for those things. So it is expected. Obviously, you don't want to see your balances go down every month, but occasionally you might have this kind of thing happen. So, okay, so next up is my net worth calculation. So this is where I list all of my assets and my liabilities, and I subtract the liabilities from the assets, and that is my net worth. Okay. I started calculating my net worth for the first time at the end of 2021, and I actually had a negative net worth at that time. It was about a negative 1,000 something. So not, drastically negative, but still negative. And for somebody who is, 53 almost, in about a month, I'll be 53. It was definitely a wake up call, right? That I was in the negative. But the fact that I'm already, at more than $50,000 of net worth, and that is largely due to this method. I 100% agree, believe that. So, again, if it's something that you haven't been doing, I would recommend doing it. It is a really nice metric to use to monitor how you're doing. And, you might be pleasantly surprised. Like there have been months where I have felt like, oh, this net worth is going down, and it has gone up. So, it's just definitely a good thing to keep track of. Okay, so in terms of my assets, so in my total envelopes, which includes money in my savings, okay, because I do account for the money in my savings in my envelopes right now. So my envelopes encompass both cash and money in the bank, okay? So I have a total $5,154. My house value, so this is an estimate just based on looking at real estate listings for similar condos, townhomes in my area. Okay, so right now I would say that my house is worth about $215,000. My car, based on the Kelley Blue Book website, has a trade-in value right now of about $26,621. I drive a 2018 Honda CRV, but I work from home, and so I don't drive all that often. And so that's why my car is a higher value, because it has pretty low mileage for a 2018 car. It has, I think, still under 30,000 miles on it. So it's in really good condition. My 401k total balance right now is about $48,019. I didn't check to see what it was last month. Everything is in such flux right now in the world. I don't want to, get so focused on it. It's going to be really overwhelming to me. I'm just going to keep contributing. My company is going to keep contributing. And of course, my goal once I am out of this bankruptcy is to contribute aggressively to my retirement, because again, I'm 53 years old. This is not enough to retire on by any stretch of the imagination. So I know that. That's why I am, trying to get ahead of things and working on building side income as well to kind of help contribute to that. So my total assets right now, let me total these up. I don't know why this calculator is so wobbly. So my total assets, $294,794. Okay, so now on to my liabilities. My current bankruptcy balance is about $83,115. My AC unit, I owe $9,147. My mortgage, I currently owe $131,105. My car loan, I owe $10,632. I paid off my phone, yay. And then my medical, I owe $871, and that is no interest. So that's not a huge priority to pay off early because I'm not being charged interest for it. I'd rather focus on the things that I am being charged interest for. And so my AC unit is my next priority now that I have paid off my phone. And I definitely want to pay that off before next June or by next June, because then I can save 30%. So that is my focus, is to pay that off. So let's total up my liabilities. Okay, so my total liabilities are $234,870. And so now I'm going to subtract that from my assets. So 294,794 minus 234,870. So my new net worth is $59,924. And so I'm going to subtract last month's net worth from this month's to get the amount changed. So 59,924 minus 59,117. So that went up by $807. Okay, not a lot, but hey, it went up, not down. And then to get the percentage change, I'm gonna divide this amount by last month's net worth. So 807 divided by 59,117. So it went up about 1%. Again, I'm just happy that it went up. I am totally fine with that. Okay. And really great news, guys. I should have, as my next video, introducing my digital planner of these budget sheets, as well as I did create some paperback bound versions of this, of my budget sheets that you can purchase on Amazon. And I do have samples to show you. I have 6-month versions and 12-month versions, so I will show those to you, as well as these sheets will be available as a printable download as well on my Etsy shop. So on my Etsy shop, you will have the printable version and the digital version. And on Amazon, you can get the bound version in a paperback book. So my plan is, again, this is a holiday weekend. I'm filming this on Saturday, July 2nd. I am planning on the 4th to actually film the walkthrough of those products, as well as I'm going to do a separate video that I will send to anybody who purchases the digital planner, a walkthrough of that digital planner, how to import it, how to work with it, use the hyperlinks, all of that. So very, very excited that I am ready to launch this. I know, some people have mentioned that they really like these sheets and they'd like to get them. So you're going to be able to get them in a couple of different formats, as well as some of these sheets that I will just list separately, in case you just want, the net worth calculation, or you just want the budget closeout sheets, whatever it is. I'm going to offer those as individual downloads as well, so you don't have to get the whole planner if you don't need it. So anyway, so I will be releasing that video sometime next week. Or this week actually, because this video will go live on the 4th. And then my hope is then to release that other video introducing these products probably later that same week. So stay tuned for that. All right. So next up, because it is the end of the quarter, I do want to revise my debt payoff plan. So I did this for the first time at the end of March. Okay, so I have these sheets. So for each month, I have, what was my goal starting balance, what was the actual, what was my goal payment, what was the actual, and then what was the goal ending balance and what was the actual. And then I kind of calculate what should happen for the rest of the year. And then, I'll just update this quarterly so that you can see the progress, because the goal is to hopefully pay some of these off sooner than I anticipate. And so I do just look to see at the end of Q1, I was looking like I would end the year with a balance of $645. So I just like to kind of keep track of that to see each quarter, am I able to, reduce that at all? And as I mentioned, I paid off my phone, so we do not have that debt payoff sheet anymore. Okay, so my medical bill. So I've mentioned this is, through my healthcare system. I did have a couple of procedures and just expensive tests, but they do have a no interest repayment plan where you tell them how much you want to pay. I pay $25 a month. And again, because I'm not being charged interest, not a huge priority to pay this off early. There's a couple of bigger priorities that I want to tackle, my AC unit being the big one. But, I still want to track this and kind of keep, see where I am with that. So with June, I started with $896. I paid $25, and so my ending balance is $871. So that's obviously what I'm starting July with. So I'm just gonna quickly calculate, if I, pay $25 a month each month, what am I gonna end up with at the end of the year? So I'm gonna speed this part up so that you're not bored watching me do this, and we'll come back in just a minute. Okay, so as you can see, I am ending now with, or I'm looking to end the year with a balance of $721, which is higher than what I planned at the end of Q1. And that is because in May, you can see that my balance actually went up by about $200. Again, that was because of another procedure and or test. So fingers crossed, it's just going to go down from here. I'm not going to add to it, but it is what it is. So okay, so that was my medical. Now on to my AC unit. So started the month with a balance of $9,415. I paid $268, so I ended June with $9,147. At the end of Q1, I was looking to end the year with a balance of $7,539. So again, I'll speed this part up. Let's do some calculations. Okay, so for my AC unit, no change. Still looking to end the year with a balance of $7,539. But now that my phone is paid off, I am hoping that this will be less by the end of December, because any extra debt collection I'm gonna put towards this, as well as since I paid off my phone bill is gonna come down. And so that difference I'm going to pay towards the AC unit, with that paycheck budget. So it should come down. Okay, so now on to my car. So in March, it was looking like I would end the year with a balance of $7,597 on my car loan. Looking at June, I started with a balance of $11,140. I did plan a payment, so my payment is the same every month, but with interest, the amount that the balance actually decreases does vary. And so I like to calculate, how much of the payment took away from the balance, if that makes sense. And it changes, right? And so I plan then the future payments based on the actual. So, so here I planned based on last month that it would go down by 501, but it actually went down by 508. So that's what I will plan for the rest of the year. But so I planned to end June with a balance of $10,639. I came in a little bit less than that. So let me do the calculations and we'll be right back. Okay, so looking now to come in a little bit less than what I had anticipated at the end of Q1. So right now looking to end the year with a balance of $7,584. Okay, so for my last debt payoff, it is my bankruptcy. So at the end of Q1, I was looking to close out the year with a balance of $71,995. Started the month of June, balance of $85,435. I anticipated a payment of just my standard $1,920, but I explained this in my, I think my second paycheck, or maybe it was my cash condense. I think it was my cash condensing, that I ended up paying about $400 more to the trustee as part of that debt settlement refund. It doesn't really matter. It all comes off the total at the end, so it still benefits me, so I'm fine doing that. But so I ended up with a payment of $2,320 for the month of June, but my standard payment is $1,920. So I ended the month of June with a balance of $83,115. So let me speed this up and do some calculations here. Okay, so as of right now, it looks like I will be closing out the year with a balance of $71,595, which is $400 less than what I thought in Q1. That makes sense. That was that extra payment. So those are my debt payoffs. I can get rid of my calculator. Okay, and then I showed this view last quarter. So this is just an Excel sheet that I calculated using the debt snowball method of, as I kind of add extra amount into payments, what does that do for the overall payoff? Okay, so you can see my phone. If I didn't pay anything extra, I would have paid that phone off in August of 2023. But I, figured with the extra payoffs, I would have paid it off in June, but I ended up paying it off a year earlier, in June of 2022. So now my next debt that I am working towards is my AC unit. Now this balance is less than what you just saw on my network tracker. This is the balance less 30%, because that is what I will save if I pay it off by next June-ish. It has to be paid off within the first 36 months. So I got the unit about 2 years ago. I can't remember if it was July, August. So, I'm shooting to have it paid off by June so that I can reduce by 30%. So this is the total balance less 30%. If that makes sense. So if I didn't pay anything extra, I would have it paid off in June. With adding in extra money, right now, it looks like I'll be paying this off in September, which is too late, right? I won't save the 30%, then it would be 20% I would save. So my goal is to lessen this amount by adding this extra money in, side hustle income. I am also expecting to get a year-end bonus, hopefully a tax refund, so there's a lot of opportunity for me to reduce this, timeline. My medical bill, if I only pay the $25 a month and, no extra, I will have that paid off in May of 2025. But applying the debt snowball, I should have that paid off in October of 2023. My car, if I don't pay anything extra, that'll be paid off in March 2024. Using the debt snowball, it should be paid off in November of 2023. And then finally, my bankruptcy. Now with Chapter 13, you have either a 3-year or a 5-year repayment. I have a 5-year repayment, so technically November of 2026 is when I should be done. Right now, because of the amounts that have come off, if I don't pay any extra, I will have paid that off in January of 2026, so almost a year early. But with using the debt snowball method right now, I am looking to pay this off in February of 2025, so a little more than 3 years instead of 5. I would like to get it to 3 years, to less than 3 years. That is my goal, because I want to have that off of my back, and then I can aggressively save towards my retirement and all of that. So that's where I'm at right now. So I think when I closed out in Q1, this was definitely a later month. So the goal is for, the very end for it to get less and less and less so that I'm out of debt sooner. So I will, do this view again at the end of Q3. Okay, so now finally, we will take a look ahead at my budget for the month of July. So I only ever plan my budget on my full-time income. And so I do plan to bring in about $7,856 for the month of July. My fixed bills and expenses, I am planning for them to be around $5,800. I think this is supposed to be 96. Yeah. $5,896, which leaves me $1,960 to stuff into envelopes. I am planning right now to bulk up my health sinking fund. I mentioned before that with the extra money that I got from my recent raise, I am right now going to be putting all of that to bulking up different high priority funds to just get more of a buffer in them. And then once those are paid, which I think right now my schedule has all of those getting paid by like February. I want to have like $500 extra in each of these funds. And so I think in February, I will have reached that goal. And then all of that extra money will go towards whatever the priority debt is. So just to kind of let you know what I'm doing there. So right now, the fund that I am working towards is my health fund. So outside of the regular $70 a paycheck or $140, I will be putting in, what is this, another, I don't know, $200-$300, whatever it is. I can't do the math right now, but I will be bulking that up. So for the month of July, my fixed spending and revolving funds, I'm looking to come in at about $1,760, which leaves $200 to be spread over my sinking funds that get a percentage of what's left over. So that, oh my gosh, I did not update balances at all, or totals at all. These numbers are right. The total was wrong. So this does total $200. So sorry, a little bit all over the place at that with this last part, but hopefully, that you just like to see my what I'm planning for in the month of July. Okay, so up next, like I said, I will be doing a product intro video of these planner sheets and different formats that will be available. And then, of course, my next regular video will be my first paycheck stuffing for the month of July. So the year is about half over. That's crazy. I feel like I just started this journey. But yeah, it's I'm excited to see where I end the month, or where I end the year versus where I started the year. I think that'll be really nice to look back on. So, all right. Well, I hope everyone is having a great holiday weekend. I know you're going to see this after the weekend is over, but I hope everyone is enjoying. For those of you that are in the U.S., of course, are enjoying the holiday weekend. And I hope you all have a great rest of your week. I will see you later. Thank you. Bye.